Good evening, my friends. Welcome back. Most Haunted, Dan Terry, and never has that name been more appropriate than it is today. And I'll tell you why. I'm wearing my shirt from the Hotel Josephine in Holton. As many of you know, my very first guest was Tracer Fox, the owner of that. And he allowed me or invited me to come in and actually help run the world's largest ghost hunt last year, part of which was right there at the Hotel Josephine. And I got the nice shirt here. It says Most Haunted Hotel, and it was great. And that place, I am not going to use the word insane because nothing was being thrown at me. I wasn't bit or pinched or kicked. So I considered a pretty good investigation. But I think we've got a place now that's going to give the Hotel Josephine a run for its money. I'm going to introduce you to Stephanie O'Reilly, who owns the 1889 McInteer Villa. Stephanie, can you pop up for me?
Hi.
There you are.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you're sitting in what may be the most haunted hotel in Kansas, right?
Yes. Not a hotel, but yes.
Okay, there's a difference. All right. So, bed and breakfast?
Nope. Just a very large house that I just let people rent and spend the night.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And it is, of my understanding, kind of haunted, and that's exactly what you wanted, right?
Yes. It's a little haunted.
A little haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks, if you get onto YouTube, type in this place, there's plenty of evidence of this. And I believe Steph's going to be showing us some more evidence here shortly. How did you end up with this big haunted house in the most haunted city in Kansas?
Well, I spent the night at another haunted location just down the street, and somebody told me there was a house for sale and it's haunted. And I drove by, and the place is gorgeous. It's huge.
Oh.
And haunted. So,
that is incredible. What kind of history does it have to it?
Well, it's 132 years old, built in 1889 for John McInteer. He was a saddle and harness maker. He's from Ireland. I've found 9 documented deaths. One was a suicide.
Uh-huh.
It was a boarding house for 27 years.
That is just beautiful architecture.
It is. It's gorgeous. I love it.
9 deaths, 1 suicide.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
People ask me who's haunting the villa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. People ask me what my favorite spirit is. I don't know. I just like the scared, creepy feeling.
All right. Or do you live there, or do you live somewhere else?
Oh, no. I live about an hour away.
Okay. So tell us the first time when you walked into this place and you suddenly discovered it's really, really haunted.
The very first time. So the day I closed on the house, actually I closed on a Friday. Monday, I noticed that I had an oven mitt that was in the kitchen, and it ended up in one of the sitting rooms on top of my laptop. And I did not put it there. Okay. I don't even use an oven mitt. I don't even cook. So, why it was even out, I don't know. But
okay.
So it's little things like that. That started it. Actually, the very first night I spent here, I had an air mattress because there was no furniture in the house. And something was walking by my head and jiggling the door handle.
From your side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, jiggling door handle from the hallway into the room I was sleeping in. And then walking around where my head was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see it, or could you just hear the footsteps?
No, I can hear the footsteps. No, I don't want. It sounds weird, but I don't want to see anything. I want somebody else to see it and send me a picture.
Okay. And have you seen the shadow people? You've mentioned it in the past.
I've seen shadow people on the second floor, and I've seen shadow people in the basement.
Okay.
Yes. Not as clear as some pictures that people have sent me,
Uh-huh.
but definite shadow people.
Oh, the whole basis of shadow people is they move so quick, you have to almost guess yourself each time. So I guess that's kind of what happens to you, right? You see something and think, whoa, what was that? And it's gone before you realize it.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or I'm like, nope, I didn't see that.
You're just going to refuse to admit you saw it. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Yep.
How many times have you had people that you've owned it for 4 years? You've had a lot of groups come through there, right?
Yes, a lot of groups. I mean, I spent the night here last night with some friends,
Uh-huh.
and it was very uncomfortable.
How's that?
We were sitting in the dining room table, and you could hear things being drug across the floor on the second floor. We could hear voices, we could hear conversations, we heard laughing. We heard, oh gosh, just footsteps. A door opened.
Uh-huh.
It was just crazy last night. If I were by myself, I would have left.
This is one night you had that much go on.
It was crazy. Yeah. Yep.
And what did your friends think of this? Is this
Well, one is sitting in this room with me right now, and she would not go to the basement, and she would not go. But it's okay. Love you. But I don't blame her. I mean, the basement is 7 rooms. It's creepy. It's so dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. But it was just really uncomfortable last night.
And I think I've seen that you can see people at the windows looking out at you at times.
Yes, people have sent me pictures of people that they've captured in the windows.
Shadow people or full-on apparitions in color?
I want to say I don't know, honestly. It's not super clear where you're like, hey, that's a person, or it's not just an outline of the shadow. It's sometimes I still question it. Like, is that the sun, or is it the tree, or
Of course.
Because I'm just that person. I'm not asensitive, but I'm very sensitive, so I get my feelings hurt very easily. So unless it's super clear, I don't post anything. I mean, it has to be super clear EVP or super clear picture, because I don't like negative comments.
All right. Now, your building is in the heart, basically, of Atchison, Kansas, which is considered the most haunted city in Kansas, right?
Correct. Yes.
Any idea? Do you have any theories why that's so haunted there like that?
Oh, I have no idea. I know people say limestone, the water. I have no idea.
How far are you from the river? The Missouri River, I believe, runs through there.
I want to say about 3 minutes.
Okay, so not real far.
No.
And you're very close to the Sally house, the infamous house of whatever. Sally. The ghost.
Yeah.
And the Gargoyle house, the depot, which I've been to. The town is just strangely haunted. There was a bar there that's very haunted. I don't remember the name of it, but I was in it.
Was it Palucci's?
Yes, I believe it was.
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
And now you decided to buy a place just like it in there.
Yes.
How do you feel about it now after 4 years?
I love it. I just love this house. I mean, I love it. I don't know. I don't think I can't get enough of it.
But you don't really have a personal relationship with the ghosts.
Nope. My dad, who helped me buy it, he would tell me to make friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I don't make friends in real life, so I don't know how I'm going to do it with the ghost. But he passed away a year ago, April, and he passed away in Arizona, but he's here. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I think anybody can come through here.
Yeah, well, he's by his daughter. I mean, where else?
Well, it's funny because I have this book on the dining room table that people write down their experiences, and a lot of people write down they talk to my dad. I'm like, he doesn't talk to me. So, but
are you open to talking to a spirit?
Maybe that's my problem. I mean, I do walk in and I say hi.
Okay.
I'm like, how is the group? I mean, I've never gotten a response, probably because I will leave. I think I'm pretty brave with other people, but for myself, No. Mm-mm.
Well, let us know, what was your most frightening time? Have you ever left because it was just so
Oh,
active?
yes. I've left a handful of times. Yep.
Okay.
I tell people that sometimes it's just a feeling. Like I'll walk up the back staircase. I came here one time to paint, and I walked up the back staircase, walked down the hallway, walked down the main staircase, and I left. And I live an hour away. It's not down the street. So
Okay.
yeah. So it was just a feeling. And I tell people it's kind of like your little brother sticking his finger in your face going, but I'm not touching you. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
And it just was time to go. There's a few times, like the kitchen cabinets. This is rare that it's happened. It's happened that I've noticed about 3 or 4 times. The kitchen cabinets will be wide open. It's always the cabinet or drawer that I've been in. So it makes you second guess yourself. But then when they all are open, it's time to go home.
The things you're describing, I would find so exciting. I just shut them and dare it to do it again.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. Then I think, well, if they can open a drawer, they can throw a knife. So, gotta think like that.
But there's no record of that, right?
I do wear my headphones when I'm here, though. I mean, if I'm by myself, I wear my headphones. If I'm sleeping here, I wear headphones and I have the TV on so that I don't hear anything. But then you can't tune out the vibration when something's walking by, and you can't tune out the shadows.
Right. So. You describe it as if it's very frightening, but yet you keep getting more and more people coming in, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think everything here is, I'm sorry, this light. I think everything here is really friendly. I mean, I was called, I don't want to cuss.
Well, give us a basic idea.
Okay. Well, like I was called a stupid, dumb B word. And I think it's kind of funny. But, people capture something telling them to die or a bunch of F words.
Wow.
Somebody said, now people about being scratched and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. People say they've been scratched. 1 or 2 people say they've been bitten.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how ghost bites, but.
Oh, it happens. I've been bit.
Really?
I have.
No.
But it takes a certain spirit, a certain type that is that mean. And I don't think you have anything mean from what you've been describing.
I don't think so. The lady who spent the night with me last night, she was here ghost hunting with me a few months ago, and we were up in the attic, and I don't know what we were talking about, but all of a sudden she just reached down on her, kind of like below her shoulder, and she was scratched and she was bleeding.
Wow.
And I have cameras everywhere. It kind of makes me look a little creepy, but they're all over the house. But it debunks if I can say, oh, look, no, you scratched yourself. Or I can say, oh, look, there was someone in the hallway. That's not a shadow person.
Okay.
But it also, there's nothing hidden. So everyone knows where the cameras are.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so people say everything here is nice and friendly. It's still scares me sometimes.
Have you considered putting like a live cam up for people to pop on and actually watch it?
Yes, I've actually had one before, and somebody else did it for me.
Uh-huh.
And so I want to do it again, but I can't figure it out.
Okay.
I cannot figure it out. I've tried.
We'll have to consider that and figure it out, because that would be the best advertisement ever.
Yes.
Especially
people did love watching it. They would send me messages saying, oh, I hear this knocking in the kitchen, or I hear this in the basement. Yeah.
How many nights a week is that building empty?
Winter is a little slower. I think I'm pretty much booked every weekend through July.
Well, that's good.
Yes. Yeah. Weekdays, they're pretty open. I do have some that are, it just depends. Summers, fall, those book up like almost every day.
Wow.
Yes. But like right now, I think my last overnight was last Saturday night, and then I have one tonight.
Oh, outstanding.
So we had all week. They had all week to, live it up with nobody here.
And how far away is these groups coming from? Do you have folks from all over the country?
I have one coming from Australia in March.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yes. I have Minnesota, I think the furthest is probably Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
California, do you get folks from the United
California,
States?
yes.
All right. I mean,
Yep.
all over the country.
Yes. Yes.
And they carry the stories back with them, I'm sure.
I hope so. I think so. I mean, everyone who's probably heard of the Villa, it's just been word of mouth. I don't do like advertising. I probably should, but since I'm still so new at this,
right.
But it's just all been word of mouth.
Well, Tracer Fox is the one who contacted me and said, you've got to talk to this woman.
I'm going to turn this so I'm not blinding everybody. Oh my God, I adore them. I adore Hotel Josephine. I've been there so many times. And
okay.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Well, he contacted me and said, you got to see this and ask her for the picture. So, which you
I'm
said.
assuming he's talking about the shadow man in the hallway.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd have Race bring it up, but I'm not sure he can handle it. Okay. All right. Describe it for us, Steph.
Well, that one is a different shadow person. So that, there was a group here and a guy was walking down the hallway by himself and he just had his phone on record. And he sent me a message about a week and a half later saying, is this something? So I got on the camera just to make sure nobody was in the kids' room, because that's actually the kids' room. So there was nobody in the kids' room, and the shadow person there takes up the whole door frame.
Yeah.
That one doesn't really scare me too much. That one does right there.
All right, what room was this in?
That's in the hallway.
Okay.
Yep. So I tell people it's a big house. The basement looks like you're going to get murdered. But I'd rather be in the basement than on the second floor. And that's on the second floor.
That is one of the most incredible, if not the most incredible Shadow Man picture I've ever seen.
It's, see, I want people to see him and send me the picture.
Okay. And that's the one Tracer said I had to get you to show.
Yes. Those glowing eyes are crazy.
That's weird. Race, you doing okay, buddy? So tell me about how you met with Tracer. Was that up in Las Vegas, or is this from Kansas?
I met Tracer in actually I just spent the night with a friend at Hotel Josephine.
Okay. Now, had you owned this building yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And a friend and I, we just went and spent the night, and we did some ghost hunting. And then I met him and his mom and his brother. And then I think I've been there about 4 or 5 times, 4 maybe. He's been here. And I think twice.
Okay.
2 or 3 times. And I won't throw him under the bus, even though I want to right now.
Are you thinking your place is more haunted than his?
No, I'm not. I don't
know.
I'm not a competitive person, so I think everyone gets a participation trophy.
I don't know. I've been to his place. It was amazing, but nothing like that picture was.
I will say, okay, fine, I'll throw him under the bus. So Tracer and his brother, and I think it's cousin or his other brother, I don't know. They were here, and they actually, it was really creepy just walking them through the house. I was telling them how uncomfortable it was, and this is their second time here, I think. And they sent me a text about 11 or 12, and they said, we bolted, we left.
Oh my God, really?
Yep. They were trying to talk to the shadow person in the hallway, and something happened, and they left. I'm sorry, Tracer.
And he hasn't told you what happened yet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh my God. I got to know that one now.
I wonder if something I know the footsteps are very loud in the hallway, very distinct. They're and it vibrates the whole floor. So I wonder if that happened, or I know they were in the library, which is one of the most active rooms.
Okay.
The door handle jiggles, the door opens up on its own, the voices. So I'm not sure what happened.
Well, considering the things that's gone on at Josephine, that should not have bothered him. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
And I think another time he was here, his grandma's purse was sitting on the dining room table and got knocked off of the table.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Things do get knocked off
incredible. Yeah, I saw that on the website.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You mentioned that things were knocked off and moved and doors slam at night,
Yes. Yes.
and you've experienced that, right?
Yes. Yep.
So let's go back a little bit on the history. This was an Irish saddle and harness maker,
Yes.
and he built it. His first wife passed there. Am I right?
Correct. After 1 year.
1 year of marriage?
No, I'm sorry. 1 year of living here at the villa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I thought they had more than one kid, and then he remarried a woman who had children.
Yes. She had 3 sons from a previous marriage.
And of course, after he passed, she stayed. She passed. Her brother moved in.
After Mr. McInteer passed, her brother moved in while his second wife still lived here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was her brother or him?
Her brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Her brother. And he was a judge in Atchison.
So he lived there his whole life?
He lived here. Charles Conlon, her brother, lived here from I want to say right after McInteer died in 1902 until he sold the house in 1925. And that's when it became a boarding house.
And it was a boarding house. Somebody suicided there?
Nope. Actually, Mr. McInteer's second wife, her youngest son, Charles,
Okay.
he committed suicide in 1922.
Do you know how?
Yes, he shot himself in the right temple with a .22 caliber rifle, and it lodged in the left side of his brain for 2 hours, and then he died.
So it was a painful death.
Yeah.
And what room was that in?
I don't know. I guess which room it is just by activity. But the article I read said he went upstairs to his room. He was actually in World War I, and he contracted the Spanish flu, and he came home in 1919. He was never in battle, but the article said he never got over his symptoms, and he had supper, took a headache pill, went upstairs to his room. I think it's either what is now the library, or there's a bathroom in the library and a bathroom at the end of the hallway that used to be one room. So it could have been. I tell people all the time that I believe the most active rooms in the house are the bathrooms.
Okay.
And I can't prove it because you can't have cameras.
Of course.
Yep.
But you've got shadow people with glowing eyes near it.
Yes. Yes.
And other shadow people. All right. I think we got a video that you sent me of a child or someone laughing.
I think it's a baby crying.
The crying. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's check that one out. That was the Joker.
That's a laugh. Okay,
Batman.
that's a laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like Heath Ledger or something.
That laugh we did not hear with our ears.
Okay.
We were in one of the rooms in the basement. I was with 2 friends, and we were sitting at the table in the basement, and we heard something fall above us, which would have been the dining room. So I checked the camera to see what fell, and so that's the bang they hear first, and then we heard the laugh. We did not hear that laugh at all.
So you didn't hear the laugh till you checked the camera later.
Correct.
And what was your feeling when because that's the creepiest laugh I think I've ever heard.
It is awesome. I love it. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Now for evidence, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Reality, that sounds like the Joker. I mean, that sounds like evil.
Doesn't it? We've picked up that laugh in the dining room, in the master bedroom, the kids' room, and the basement. But we've never heard it with our ears. I've only captured it because someone asked me to check a camera.
You have picked up that laugh in multiple locations.
Yes. And it could be laughing at me right now. I don't know.
Have you had sensitives or psychics come in and be able to say that is the McIntyre's son or...
No one has told me who that laugh is.
Okay.
Nope. One person thought that, well, I do have something, or I don't say something, but something mimics people. And sometimes it sounds like my voice. Somebody actually said they think that's mimicking my laugh. I don't think that sounds like me.
Well, no, I don't think that's you at all. Race, would you play that video again for the folks? Now I heard, what was that? That's that noise that played just before the laughter.
Yeah. So so we're in the basement talking, and then you hear that bang. That's what something we thought fell upstairs.
And nobody reacts.
No. Now, my friend Sarah, she actually said, "What was that?" But she was saying, "What was that?" to what dropped.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were there with Sarah.
Yes.
Nobody heard the laugh, but you did hear something hit the floor.
Yes.
And it was immediately after that you checked the tapes?
Yes. Sarah said, check the camera upstairs. What fell?
Okay.
And I actually have another video. It's the same laugh. It's the same. It's the exact same time frame. It's us in the basement, but it's the dining room. And so you can hear the laugh in the dining room, which is right above us, and you can't hear us. So, and that's on my Instagram. So that laugh was so loud, and some people, and I totally get it, they don't believe me that I didn't hear it, or it's probably one of us. I'm like, I would never make anything up like that. But it's just so creepy that something is just laughing.
No real ghost hunter would think that, because we've all had that happen to us.
Good.
That's the point of an EVP, is we didn't hear it there. We heard it electronically.
Yes. And that's what I tell people. And with the cameras everywhere, I'm like, just write down a room and a time frame, and I'd be happy to check the cameras up to 10 days. And that's how I've gotten a lot of my EVPs.
Okay. And again, there are also, you've got sounds of the dead that they did hear at that time, that you've heard laughing, you've heard conversation, you've heard, people making noise. Yes.
Yep. We heard last night, I think it was a lady singing or humming. It was kind of cool. Lots of whistling, very loud whistling.
Okay.
Yep.
Tunes or just generally making noise?
Just general whistling. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Life there must be quite an adventure.
It's fun. I mean, I think though what stirred something up last night, being so active, was I tell people when I change something, like I was changing, I know it's February, but so I decided to take down my Christmas decorations. And so I'm like, it's time to do that. But every time I change the mantles from one season to another, it's crazy here every time.
Okay.
Yep. So last night I was taking down my Christmas decorations, and I'm assuming that's what it is. One time I was painting one of the bedrooms, and my recorder picked up, "You didn't get permission."
Wow.
Yes. So maybe they don't like the fact that a female owns a house by herself. They probably don't like my music. They don't like my cussing.
Old-fashioned spirits is what you're thinking.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. You sent me a photograph of one of the creepiest faces in a mirror that I've seen. Oh my
God.
Yeah. Can you explain that one for us?
Yes. So I think that's the one in the dining. Oh, yes. Wait a minute. Is that the one where the shadow person is behind the girl?
No, I was referring to the one with the mirror.
Oh, okay. Yes, that one. So I was actually here when this was taken, and there were 4 girls in the group and 1 guy.
Okay.
And so when people post pictures, I zoom in on everybody's picture.
Of course.
So I zoomed in and I sent the girl who took the picture a message. I'm like, who is this dude? And she was like, I have no idea. And so he looks like Meatloaf, doesn't he? I shouldn't say that now.
Well, I was thinking that very thing. It does look like Meatloaf.
He does. Oh my gosh. And so and I understand that it's so clear that a lot of people may not believe me, but I actually have the exact second that the lady took the picture from my security camera, and it shows there are only 4 girls and 1 guy.
So the face on the left, is that the one guy who was there?
Yes, the one circled is not here.
When did this occur?
This occurred, it was around Christmas time, 2018.
Oh, wow.
19. It might have been 19. 18 or 19, yeah.
So we don't know who that is. Have you checked the library? Maybe look for a photo of the son who committed suicide?
I have tried to find a picture of Charles who committed suicide. I have a picture of his brothers, but not a picture of him. All I know is that he was tall and he had honey-colored hair. And that kind of looks like honey-colored hair.
Could be.
But that's all I have no picture of him.
And
it's in a weird spot because it's in like the smaller mirror and it's in the beveled part of the mirror. So I tried to recreate it and all I got was like my ear, or I got me, but I didn't get another person.
And could he have been standing next to the man who was photographed?
Yes. Now the guy standing next to the real person, the person that was actually there, he said that he's a medium and he thinks that's Charles.
Charles is
the one that committed suicide, but there's also Charles who was Anna's brother, the judge.
Okay.
So yes, actually Uncle Charles is the one that found his nephew Charles after he shot himself.
Okay.
Very confusing.
But that may be Charles invading the photograph.
Yes, it may be.
You got a gold mine there. That's incredible. For hauntings, that's a gold mine of ghosts.
Oh my gosh. I tell people when I give my tours and like when someone spends the night, I will meet them out here. I walk them through the house and I don't have like this happened. It's like this happened last night. This happened about an hour ago. This happened a year ago. I mean, it's never the same. Like today when the group checks in, I'm going to tell them how crazy it was last night.
Okay.
Hoping it stays active for them. But,
bringing back to what you said about Tracer, where I used to live was very close to the Lemp Mansion. And
oh my gosh, yes.
They give keys and directions on where to put them if you have to flee in the middle of the night. They've got a box outside to put the key in when you leave.
Yep.
How often does that happen for you?
It's not happened that often.
Okay.
Which I wish it would. I mean, I was actually at Hotel Josephine one evening and my phone rang and it was the group that was spending the night here and they left at like 10 o'clock at night. 2 of them saw a little boy walking in the hallway on the 2nd floor.
Was you able to confirm that with the video?
I got on the camera and I could hear the girl screaming, but I didn't see a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. And she said, well, her dad saw the kid first. And then she comes upstairs and she screams and he goes, oh, you saw him too? And she called me up and she's like, we need to have a conference call tomorrow.
Okay.
So, but they left like 10 o'clock. I have a few people that will not spend the night.
Are these customers that come there but don't spend the night, or are these friends of yours who just say, no, I'm out of this?
No, they're customers that won't spend the night. Yeah.
Okay. So they pay for the place to ghost hunt, but they leave at night.
Yeah. Some people say that they just don't sleep in a haunted house. Some people say, oh, we didn't know this, which is kind of weird when they say they didn't know the sleeping arrangements here.
What's the sleeping arrangement?
I think it's on my website. Just like bring an air mattress, a cot, a sleeping bag, and you get the house till 10 o'clock the next morning. But they'll say like, "Oh, we didn't know the sleeping arrangements, so we just went ahead and went home." Or
weird. I mean, that's the point of being there is the ghosts and not sleeping.
I know. I'm like, I'm not paying for someplace to. If I'm paying for a ghost hunt, I'm staying awake.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So like the Lemp Mansion. That is one of the reasons I wanted to buy a haunted place.
Really?
The History and Haunting of Lemp Mansion, the book. I have a picture in that book that and one of my stories. And that I've been there 9 times. I'm obsessed with it.
Oh my.
But, yeah. But I love it. And it's just things like that. I don't know who's haunting that either, but I liked that scared feeling.
Well, that one, they're pretty certain they know who all is haunting it. From the
Yes.
lavender lady to the one, well, the whole family committed suicide one at a time. So
yeah,
strange place.
Yes.
So what happened to you there?
Oh my gosh. So there, the very first time I spent the night, I had no idea that nobody would be there. So my friend and I, we booked like last minute on a Tuesday in the winter. So when we got there, they told us when the restaurant closes, that the staff leaves at like 3:00 and the whole place is ours. And we're like, what? Okay, that's kind of cool. And so since it is a hotel, God, I hope I didn't get the person in trouble, but I tipped him to see if he would open up the other doors.
Okay.
He's no longer there. Hope it wasn't because of that, but he did. And I'm not like a sensitive, a psychic, a medium, none of those things, but there was something about the 3rd floor hallway. And I just kept like, something's up, something's not.
Yes.
I'm like, so I kept taking pictures. And when I got home, there is a person with like a duster coat on and a hat that walked. So you have been there. You know what I'm talking about, the 2nd floor?
Yes, very much.
Okay, so walking from, is it Charles? No, it's Frederick and Lewis's room. And there's a mirror at that hallway. So something walked right into the mirror, and I have the person and the reflection. Wow. But the best one is I have right outside Lillian's room. It looks like a ceramic doll just standing there, but it's a hand. It's her brown hair. It is a very short person, and she was only 4'1", and it's her wedding dress sleeve.
Oh my.
It's a person. Yeah.
So you've had a lot of experiences in different places. Yes. All right, let's talk about this picture.
This one's creepy.
And this is at your place.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my God. That's looks like a woman's face, doesn't it? It
does. And so I don't know who this is either, but this is on the 2nd floor also. This is in the master bedroom. There are 5 fireplaces. 4 are downstairs. 1 is on the 2nd floor. This is the one on the 2nd floor. And so I was actually here that night also. And we were taking, well, I don't want to say selfies, but I always kind of joke like, well, what if something's behind us? So that's what we were doing. And sure enough, something was behind her.
Now the larger one, the one that shows the human, the living, is there more than, I mean, that almost looks like there's 5 or 6 shadows standing behind.
There are only 2 of us, me and her. That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
But I see the lady who's on the right, which is amazing. But I'm counting 1, 2, 3, maybe 6 or 8 more people on there. Yes.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because first of all, I can see a face in anything. And so when I see all these faces, it's like, oh my gosh, how many people were in the room with us?
Yeah.
And it is when I tell people take so many I'm like, take pictures in that mirror, take selfies. And it's in an original mirror. It's silver. It's distorted. So there's a part that always looks like a hand, a part that always looks like a lady with her hair pulled up. But I'm like, when something appears or if it does, you will know. And it's like, because it's like this, you'll know.
Well, the one on the right, that face was very tiny, but they all look like they're wearing cloaks.
Yes. Somebody had mentioned that they thought it looked like an old habit from like a nun would wear. I don't know. Possibly. But yes, it's a kind of a long face, isn't it?
But yeah, and I see a delicate chin and the lips, a nose, the eyes, and then something like a veil.
Yes.
Like maybe almost like a woman in mourning.
Yes. Okay. I don't know why I never think of this stuff. I'm like,
but what kills me is behind her on the other picture, I'm still seeing people in robes.
Yes. Yep. And that leads into so the master bedroom has 3 rooms, kind of like the mansion, like Lillian's room. It has like a sitting room. Then I have the master bedroom. Then I don't know what the 3rd room was when the house was built, but I have it as a break room. All 3 are connected, and they're all 3 very active. And so the room next to the master where you see all the extra people is that's the room where I hear all the conversations. Just, you can hear with your own ears, just and it's like they're going about their business. And there's just a lot of conversations happening in there.
Well, from that picture, there's a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
So, and you hear that. I mean, without video, without cameras, you actually can hear the people talking.
Yes. Yep.
I don't understand how you said you're pretty booked up though in the summer and fall.
Yes.
So I can understand that, because as this gets out, ghost hunters all over the country are going to be swarming this place.
Oh my gosh. I hope so. Just like I said, I will tell people this happened last night or this happened last week. Like last night, I put a recorder underneath the stairs because I've been told that there are lots of kids here and they play hide and seek. So we got the name plain as day, Emma. I was like, so what is your name? And I was saying the names of the women that I know that have died here, and very loud, a kid saying Emma. So I'll probably post it today.
When you say very loud, was that on a recorder or is that something you heard at the time? Okay.
No, we didn't hear it. We just heard it on the recorder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That place is just incredible.
It is. I love it. Yeah.
We got one more video we need to check out. And this is the little girl laughing or no, crying.
I think it's the baby crying.
Oh, okay.
Dan, that's the one that we had problems getting the audio through.
Okay, well, we don't have that one then.
We had the video, but we didn't have the sound with it.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Well, you've said this is on your website or your...
Yes, it's on my Facebook and it's also on my Instagram.
And what is your Facebook page? Is it yours personally or the hotel?
It's the McInteers, so it's the 1889 McInteer Villa.
Okay.
And it's the same on Instagram.
And you've got a lot of videos posted.
I do. I had more. My Facebook and Instagram were deleted somehow over the summer. So I'm still finding old videos that I had posted. Okay. So I found some last night, so I'm going to post more today. But I'll definitely post the Emma. And
yes, I
think we got like I asked, will you get my picture? And the response on my recorder said, no, I won't.
I just answered you.
Yep. Yep. Just like the time I was having a girls' night here and I was in the kids' room, which I'm sitting in now. There's a doll that has human hair from a child and she's in a case. I named her Esmeralda, but are you happy we're in here? And we did not hear it, but the response was, no, I'm not. Stupid, dumb, B word, and that same evil laugh.
Well, she's a little rude.
I know somebody asked if that's the first time I've been called that. And I'm like, no.
Apparently these stories can continue on and on.
Yes.
And this is only 4 years. I mean, the length, this has been going on for 25 years that I know of. I've been there. And I don't think they have the stories that you've got here.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's because there weren't a lot of stories out when I bought it. I don't even know if the people I bought it from, if they knew all of the deaths that happened in the house. But I don't know. It's just so interesting that I still am digging up new stuff. And then you hear a new voice or you hear a baby crying. And then it makes me want to dig more. Like, what happened? Why is there a baby crying? I heard a girl with my own ears say, where's my baby? So I've been told from mediums there were possibly illegal adoptions, illegal medical procedures on women. I don't know. No documentation.
Of course.
But it is weird when you hear a baby crying with your own ears and you have it captured on video.
Plus someone looking for that.
Someone looking for, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That I have no idea what to say about this. Is there, a ley line? Do you have Indian burial ground? There's got to be some reason for this.
It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, any real movie would have an Indian burial ground under you or something to be causing this.
I know I don't get it, but I love every bit of it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
You sound like you do anyway.
I do.
So when you first bought it, you went in on a Monday, I believe you said, and you had your first experience. But what else have you had happen to you?
I've had, let's see. I have had, oh my gosh. I don't really get touched here. A lot of people do. Like they get their hair pulled. You can see it pulling, like raising up.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously they're not pulling my hair. It's short. I think that I'm not sure what really happens to me. I think it's just the feeling of, I don't know if they want me to go home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a lot of people do ask me to stay when they have their investigations. I don't know if they think that I will bring something out or if I make things happen. I'm like, I think that they're annoyed with me here. I mean, I do get shushed. I get shushed a lot. Very loud. You can hear it with, I thought
you hear it.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I was in the attic and I was sitting on a couch with a friend and something stuck their head right between us and went, shh.
Did you see something or just hear?
No, she was seeing some shadows to her left. And so we were both looking over to her left to see what she was looking at. And I talk a lot and it's kind of loud. So it doesn't surprise me that I get shushed. But what's kind of funny is, I know, I'm pretty surprised that I filtered this long, but I do talk a lot. But they don't like my music. I'll say that. They don't like my rap music, or I don't think they like it. It's, I don't know. I think the most things, what's happened to me would be things like in the bathroom, like in the shower, like the soap is moving, or when I'm in the shower, my makeup ends up in the hallway, which I know I didn't put in there. Things like that. And I'm like, get out of the bathroom. No.
This place is a treasure.
It's fun. And it is. I mean, one time I was singing, well, sort of singing. I was rapping ludicrous because that's what I do. And I went downstairs and my friends were like, we just heard the most beautiful concert. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And they go, no, not you. And I'm like, no, that was me. And they're like, no, not you. But there was a lady singing, apparently showing off because I was, but they were listening to a lady singing like really pretty music. Really, and I was like, oh, okay. So things like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you got the singing ghosts.
Yes.
That you've got obviously a Next American Star competition going between you and the ghosts.
Yep.
You've got ghosts that want you to shut up and go away.
Yeah. Ghosts and people. Yep.
Ghosts that are maniacal laugh. That sounds like Heath Ledger and Batman.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and little children. Apparently, you got several children.
Yes, and what kind of freaks me out a little bit. Well, kid ghosts creep me out.
I'm with you on that
because I think they want your face skin, and it just freaks me out. But there is a little girl that was captured on the second floor that very clearly she said, "Are you here to play with me right now?"
Well, that's cute.
No, it's not.
I think it's adorable.
No, because I don't think it's a kid. I don't think it's a kid. I don't know why I think that, but no, I'm not here to play with a kid ghost.
Oh, I don't know. That would be tough for me because kid ghosts are, first off, it's tragic, especially when they're calling for their mother or calling for help.
Oh, we got that last night. Something
last night,
Mom? Yeah. Yeah, like a question mark, like Mom? Yeah. That's sweet, but a little kid saying, "You here to play with me?" Nope.
Oh gosh, I'm really wanting to get there now. This place is my kind of spot.
Anytime, let me know.
Well, I've got a lot of invitations to Kansas, so I'm going to have to make a long trip down there. Obviously,
make it like from when it's turning from one season to the other, and I'll change the mantles right before you get here.
Okay. So in the 4 or 5 minutes we have left, what do you want people to know about your place and why you want them to come and check it out?
I just want people to know that, I mean, it's gorgeous.
It
You
is.
don't have to ghost hunt. I've also realized that when you're not ghost hunting and you're just doing your own thing, that's when a lot of stuff happens.
Okay.
We've had wedding receptions here. We've had weddings here, birthday parties. But so it's more than just haunted, but
Uh-huh.
that's my favorite is the haunted part.
Of course.
Just that it's still so new and there's still so much to learn about the villa and like who's all here and
Mhm.
what actually did take place here or what was on the land before the house was built.
Yeah.
So I just invite people to come and, maybe they can help me figure out what's going on here.
I hope somebody can because it's I don't know how to say it. I just really am curious why your place seems to be a crossroads or a place where ghosts come in and out often.
It's because it's me. I'm just kidding.
Is it? No.
They would all leave if it was me.
Maybe it's the laugh. Yeah, they're trying to copy your laugh.
Evil laugh.
All right. So you've owned it for 4 years now.
Yes.
And you've had all these experiences. Do you ever think, and I know taking care of an old building is a job in itself anyway.
Yes.
Do you ever consider, I just want to give it up. I'm tired of the work and I'm tired of the ghosts not being appreciative.
That's funny you said that because last night I'm like, I'll do for you, but you have to do for me. But not yet. I'm not, this sounds bad. I've not done like, people really help me out a lot. I don't want to say like, I've never mowed a yard, but so there's like, I have somebody that mows the yard. I have people who like, I can fix this or like the toilet handle broke off and I'm like, I'm just done. And all I had to do was put it back on. I don't know. I thought it needed a screw, but it didn't. It's little things like that people are so nice to help me. I have some friends that have helped me paint. And so I'm not ready yet, but for the right price, everything's for sale.
Well, something you said affected my friend back here because you just broke his heart.
Oh my God. I see that now. Oh my!
What did you say? You broke his little heart.
I do. I know. He's probably tired of me too. He's probably saying, "Be quiet."
I don't think so. He's heard a lot, and these stories really keep going. So
he wants me to rap Ludacris, doesn't he? That's it.
Okay, well, go ahead.
No, I will not scare anybody. No.
How about some meatloaf? Obviously, you know meatloaf. So.
I do know meatloaf. Yes, but don't give a tour and say he looks like Meatball because they will correct you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Stephanie O'Reilly, owner of the 1889 McInteer Villa in Kansas' most haunted town and one of its most haunted buildings.
Yes.
And it is such a beautiful building. I'm stunned every time I see the photos.
Oh, thank you. Well, I wish I could take credit for the outside, but I can't.
Well,
I can take credit for that picture, though. I did take that.
No, the photos are great. Well, thanks for being a guest. Thanks for being on here.
Thank you so much.
And enjoy that building because from what you show, you're having a ball.
I am. I really am. Come anytime.
Well, if you're having fun, we'll all have a good time with it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Steph. Take care now.
All right. Thanks. You too.
Well, as I said, folks, it seems like the Hotel Josephine in Holton, which I can absolutely testify is haunted, may have some competition. You saw the pictures, a shadow man with glowing eyes. God, that is amazing. It's incredible. So you got to get down there. And we were running the website. And of course, you can always come back here. We'll be on YouTube in the morning. So thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming in and checking out our place now in Kansas. And, well, all I can say, friends, is stay spooked. Good night.